This is one-on-one session with the ForumIAS founder and director Ayushi. In this session, students are asked questions to test their preparedness for the personality test. One-on-one sessions are not mock panel sessions.
Ayushi Pradhan.
Yes, sir.
So Ayushi, you are from
I'm from Bhubaneswar.
Bhubaneswar in Odisha.
Yes, sir.
You have done computer science engineering from Biju Patnaik University of Technology. And you like making millet-based nutritious meals.
Yes, sir.
And you're also interested in machine
Machine
learning.
learning. Yes, sir.
Are you working somewhere right now?
No, sir. Currently, I'm not working.
Did you
I'm full
take
time.
up employment after your graduation?
Yes, sir. I had worked with Tech System Global Service for almost a year. After that, I decided to give my full time to civil service.
All right, wonderful. So you like making millet-based nutritious meals.
Yes.
Tell me, what is the reason that millets, now they are coming back as superfoods? What is the reason that millets were displaced from our plates?
So one of the main reason is that millet was considered as an inferior food, and the government, they started promoting more towards wheat and rice, and also in our PDS system we were including wheat and rice, and there was
Why
lack
did the
of
government promote rice and wheat?
so because initially our focus was on food security, and therefore also after Green Revolution we started providing high yielding varieties of rice and wheat, and since then our focus was on food security, not nutritional.
And millets cannot provide us food security?
So they can provide both food as well as nutritional security.
No, they cannot provide us food security.
Yes, so they can provide us.
Our challenge was that after independence, we had a major challenge how to feed the people.
Yes, sir.
Millets, when you said they're inferior because they have a low calorific value.
Yes, sir.
So we felt that with enhanced calorific value of rice and wheat, if we just give one muthi of rice or wheat to someone, they'll be able to survive.
Yes,
It
sir.
will give enough calories.
Yes, sir.
Millets, you give them one muthi, no energy will come.
Yes, sir.
So don't think from the perspective of middle class Indians, think from the perspective of the poorest of the poor. You give him one muthi of rice, enough energy,
Yes, sir. Energy.
and one muthi of millets, not enough energy.
Yes, sir.
Which is why we are calling it superfood
Superfood.
for the rich. Don't call it superfood for the poor. It's superfood only for the rich, type 2 diabetes, obesity. So that they can have one muthi of millets and still not have excess calories, which is the problem of the middle class and upwards.
Yes, sir.
So what millet-based meals or dishes do you make?
So millet can be replaced for almost everything that we make with rice, from millet khichdi to millet-based upma to millet-based dosa. I have tried also millet-based Manchurian.
Okay, millet-based. How did you get into this hobby?
Sir, when I was working in tech system, so at that point of time, I had gained a lot of excessive weight, and also by eating outside food, I was falling ill. So since then, I started looking for nutritional alternatives, and then I came across millets.
Okay. What is machine learning?
Machine learning, it refers to the coding process in which the machines, they are not being explicitly programmed, but they try to learn from the data which is being fed into them.
Very good. And what is artificial intelligence?
Artificial intelligence is a broader term in which the computers, they learn to reason and logic just like a human being. It's a broader term which includes machine learning.
Should we be afraid of artificial intelligence?
No, sir, I don't think that we have to be afraid, but yes, there are some risks and some challenges, and for that we need proper regulation.
What is the risk?
Sir, the first risk is the accountability issue. If the machine fails or if the coding fails, then who is to be held accountable, the coder or the company? Second is the black box problem, that is the algorithms, we don't know the intricacies and the designing, the logic why a decision is being made. So that needs to be very much transparent. And the third issue is regarding the biases in the data. So for example, the facial recognition technology has been said to be biased towards the dark skin. So regarding all these things, we need proper regulations.
All right. Can you tell me what are the 3 laws of robotics?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware of
Have
the
you come
laws.
across the term?
No,
The
sir.
3 laws of robotics?
No, sir, I'm not come across.
You've been a mentor at NGO Diya, Delhi, for economically weaker sections. What is the difference between a mentor and a teacher?
A teacher is generally a subject expertise who teaches the subject in an easier manner. But a mentor is not necessarily a subject expertise, but he or she guides regarding the entire exam process and also helps as a coach. Also, the personal problems can be shared with the mentor. He or she shows the path to achieve a goal.
And how is it different from a coach?
So I'm not exactly different.
Can you think for a moment and try?
Um, no, sir.
Odisha has gotten the GI tag for Rasgulla. Is it not unfair to West Bengal?
Sir, the Rasgulla variety of West Bengal and Odisha is different. And also, when we talk of Rasgulla, it was a traditional, it was used as a traditional item in our Jagannath Puri temple. So it has its historical origin.
Odisha has some tribes are also there. Tell me names of 5 tribes in Odisha.
Sir, Santhal, Juang, Mankidia, Lodha, and Dongria Kondh.
Has enough been done for the upliftment of the tribal population according to you?
Yes, so I think Odisha is doing wonderful. We are having micro agencies and for the upliftment. And also we have OTLEP, that is Odisha Tribal Livelihood Empowerment Scheme. We are having specifically dedicated for the tribal population. And also in our
What
Koraput,
percentage of Odisha's population is tribal?
around 24%.
24%. Is it the highest for any state?
Yes, sir, Odisha has one of the highest, and it has highest number of PBTGs. We have 13 PBTGs, which is the highest.
What is PBTG?
Particularly vulnerable tribal groups.
When is this designation given?
As per the recommendation of the Hemar Commission in around 1960s, I'm not sure of the exact date, they gave certain criteria for PBTGs like low literacy rate and low agricultural development, low amount of huge geographical isolation. So based on that, we came across, and especially their population was declining. So we needed to conserve them.
Can you name some PBTGs from Odisha?
Yes, sir. Sir, Mankidia, Bondos, Dongria Kondh,
All right. What is tribal Panchil?
Tribal Panchil was given by Jawaharlal Nehru, our former Prime Minister, and also V.L. Elvin. So, according to that, it's a model of development in which the tribals, the development and the culture has to go hand in hand. So, it was a kind of an integrationalist model, and it has given 5 principles. One is that the tribals, they have to be left in their own pace of development. Second is land rights has to be given
Why
to the
was it
tribals.
given the name Panchil?
There are 5 principles. Because of 5 principles, the name Panchil was given.
India is looking for a permanent seat in the United Nations. There are several arguments that India makes claiming this permanent seat. What, according to you, is our strongest argument?
So the strongest, I believe that we are a democracy, and we are the world's second largest population, and we have been the leader of global south, and the most important, our principles from Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam to helping others in times of need.
No, that is not the best. So we are a leader of the global south. Tell me just one reason. Think and tell me. One reason why it is extremely important.
So our democratic principles, and we have always proved.
It has been reported in the media that the rich HNIs are leaving the country. What could be the possible reason?
So rich high net individual, they're living in our country. So one is income, the income gap that we have, and the taxation system in our India, where income tax, the range is very high, but if we look at other taxes like corporate tax, that's low. So many of the people, they knowingly show corporate tax instead of showing the income tax.
There is one reason. I will tell you that few years back, a major event was also becoming a trigger point. Can you identify what major trigger am I talking about?
No, sir, I'm not able to exactly identify.
I'll give you a hint. COVID was one of the reasons which became a trigger point for HNIs to move. Now, can you tell me why COVID became a trigger point?
Sir, in COVID, especially the digital, we saw a huge investment there. So, lot of investment happened in that field, and the vulnerable people, the middle class people, lot of the people they lost the jobs.
A lot of people lost their.
Jobs.
So, how would it lead to HNI migration?
Migration out of.
I know we have been discussing that high net worth individuals are leaving the nation. I told you COVID became a trigger point.
Yes, sir.
I want you to relate to it. The HNI did not lose their jobs during COVID, and that's why now they're not moving. There are other reasons.
So, I'm not able to exactly identify.
What is your motivation for joining the civil services?
So, because I believe it will provide me a wider platform, I can work in diverse portfolios, and the amount of satisfaction which we get in ground level implementation of a thing, I think that is the main motivation.
All right, your interview is over.